It's a cold, dark morning in Minnesota, but people have lined up for blocks, maybe a couple thousand, to get a wristband to see Sarah Palin and have her sign their book. With the wristband and a book from Barnes & Noble, they can stand in line for 6 hours to see her.
Where's your blanket? Somebody steal it?
When you came out 11 o'clock last night? 7.
I was here about 7.
Michele Bachmann 2012 is kind of interesting.
Hurrah!
I've heard a bit of buzz about that. In fact, I actually say I think they have a lot in common. What would be different if Michele Bachmann was in office right now instead of Obama?
We would actually get something done. We got people who actually work for a living.
What do you think she would do different with taxes or jobs?
I think she would probably come back with some tax credits. I think she would probably cut taxes. And because the people who got in there, all they're doing is creating government jobs.
You don't think she'd be going to Copenhagen, do you?
Oh, God, no. I think we'd probably be drilling in Alaska, which we need to do. How are we going to be in the
I think that would be a good observation on your part there.
Yeah.
That's a theme that she has done. Yes. Where do you get a sweater like that?
I had it made up. Just
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I think you'll get her attention. Are you going to have her sign it then?
If she will.
Yes, I think you'll have a good chance there. But it looks like you might be here for a few hours.
That's okay.
Yes.
She's worth waiting for.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't a McCain fan. I thought McCain was too moderate. He wasn't conservative enough for me. I thought she was more conservative, and I just liked her track record in Alaska, the way she came through the city council, then the mayor, and then threw a bunch of bums out after she took over the governorship. And people say that, well, she doesn't have a brain in her head. I don't think you can be the governor of the state of Alaska or be on the oil commission up there unless you have a brain in your head. And I also don't like the fact that all these people from out east, Harvard and so forth, discredit her because she graduated from the University of Idaho. I mean, Ronald Reagan graduated from Eureka College, which has got 410 students in the middle of Illinois. You know, and you look at him, and then you turn around and look at this guy that we got in there now. He's never run anything in his life, and he's not running anything now.
You know, you have to ask who are these people that are calling her extreme? You know.
What has the press done to her so far?
They've ridiculed her babies. They've photoshopped her Down syndrome baby to make her look like a monster.
That was a single blogger in Alaska.
That was a single blogger, and I've seen that picture. And that blogger was the national.
That's
the
strange.
blogger for the National Democratic Convention. I believe who that was.
What time did you get here?
Out here at 3:30.
3:30.
Not in this line, but in the parking lot.
Did you go to bed then?
No.
No. Well, no.
We were in a hotel.
I technically slept from 10 to 3 till...
You're at a hotel, so do you live in this town?
I live in Maplewood.
I live in Bird Island.
Bemidji. You were just visiting then, huh?
No, she came down for this.
Oh, really? So for people who don't know this state, Bemidji is probably 250 miles away?
For me, it was about a 5-hour drive. They got here at 1 o'clock.
But you were in your car at that point.
Yeah, we were in our car.
Nope, they wouldn't let anybody in the mall. Because
Uh-huh.
we had gone into the mall, but we had to find out where the store was, and we were escorted out.
Ooh, we're moving.
Hey, we are.
Here we go. Palin.
And when I left my house a little while ago, it was 17 degrees.
Yeah.
What is it now?
18 standing next to you. Do you see voting for her in the future as
I
president?
would definitely vote for her in the future. I'm looking for her and Michele Bachmann.
What do you think she'd be doing in Afghanistan? Anything different? Would she do with this surge?
I think she would be actually decisive
Uh-huh.
and wouldn't have waited, I don't know what, 5-6 months to talk to her generals.
Proud of this country. Get in and get out.
Do the job and do it right the first time around.
Do you think she'd be going to Copenhagen?
Absolutely
No.
not. That's the biggest stupid.
That's ridiculous.
Just here's
fraud.
No.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Can you see voting for her as president?
Absolutely.
I saw a sweater earlier that said Michele Bachmann 2012. Can you imagine that?
That works.
Do this.
We can do it. Wow, where did you get those shirts?
We got them because we campaigned for her.
Oh, really?
Campaign for. Oh, they campaigned for
her.
So can you imagine voting for her for president?
Yes.
What would it be like if she was president right now?
Different. Yeah, very different.
How so?
We wouldn't be in the economic mess that we're in.
So are you at the front of the line?
Front line.
So what time did you get outside to do this?
4:30.
4:30. But I had some other people who drove in earlier than that. They said they were in their cars at 1 a.m. here.
I dropped them off at the door and went and parked, and they stood in line. But it feels like 5.
Well, congratulations. You seem to have won here. And with the circumstances around us, it's sort of like waiting for Santa, isn't it?
Better, because she's going to give us a better gift.
And here you are at the foot of this gorgeous tree. So, have you read the book at all?
I've started reading it.
What do you think? Does it speak from her voice?
I think so. I was most surprised. I thought there'd be a ghostwriter accompanying it, but it really sounds like she's just talking to you. It really sounds from her.
Is it, in a way, like talking to your neighbor when you listen to Sarah? Do you feel like she could live over the fence from you?
No.
Really? How so?
No.
You think then she is special, and not like just any old neighbor of yours?
She is special. But she's lived a non-political life, meaning she's not, been raised in politics, and her father was a politician.
Steeped in Washington.
Yeah, I think that she's still a real person, and she's had more real-life experiences than other people living a candidate's life.
What are some of those real-life experiences that you think would maybe make her a good president?
The way that she was raised in the hunting and the fishing and the living where she did, and the value system that her parents instilled in her being in sports, and she's just an overall rounded person that she grew up that way.
You'd have to say that while she
Without
seems,
privilege.
I think, a rather warm person, you probably wouldn't want to go up against her on a basketball court, would you?
Not a chance. I'm 4'11".